Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. And for those who are new, my name is Milu. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read, but don't let that, don't think about it any more than that. I was also born psychic and a medium. Thank you, greeter. And I don't know, I didn't have a chance to take a look at the chat if anyone else is helping me know well, or any Pat. I know Pat is not feeling very good. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your help. Pat is not feeling well, so hopefully she'll get better soon. And if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my video, I keep saying video, the link to my website is below the video, or you can send me an email. We can find a time that's good for both of us. And, there are two things that are competing for space in my head. I predicted when they announced that Dr. Fauci would be among the physicians that would help Pence, and I said, he's the only person that's going to be able to, at least we can trust. That has come to pass. He's the only one with any credibility among the people Trump brings out with him every day to be, he thinks somebody said it and it resonates with me. Instead of him doing his rallies, since he can't do them, he's using this platform to say some of the stuff that he normally would say in his rallies. He doesn't have that much time, but everything he's talking about is garbage, but we know that already. And I did say intuitively to everyone not to listen to Trump, and now this is becoming, not because it is reality, because every newspaper, they are saying this, well, except for conservative newspapers, everyone is saying ignore Trump, basically. So that came to pass. And the reason why I brought Dr. Fauci up is because I did say he would be one of the few honest brokers in that team. And I also said there would be friction between him and Trump that is going on as we speak. And I mentioned last week, it's not only what we are seeing. He is one of the few people, he's doing it in a very diplomatic way, but he's letting Trump know that he's not going to go along with painting it, because he has a responsibility to us. Trump doesn't think he has a responsibility to us. The responsibility is the other way around. We have responsibility towards him because he's doing us a favor. He lost billions to be president. Yeah, keep thinking that way, Trump. I feel like saying, I wouldn't be surprised, and it will be a major blow for Trump, if Dr. Fauci just decide to say, something, I'm not going to put up with your stuff, because at this point in time, Dr. Fauci is one of those people who can really put a dent, major dent, on how Trump's base feels about Trump. Not all of them, but that would start to break things down for Trump among his fans. And also, somebody reminded me that I said something a number of weeks ago, and I forgot because I can't remember everything I say as I sit here every day and read. The person reminded me twice that I said there was a black sheet over the White House. Yes, I know I said that. I remember when the person posted it, I remember I said that. And right now, we don't know, given the number of people who have been exposed to this thing, and we don't know all of them yet. And from what I understand, I mean, I don't wish this thing on anybody, okay? But because of the behavior of the Republicans and the White House, basically they have blood on their hands because of the way, their cavalier way of treating this thing, calling it a hoax. It's the Democratic hoax. They want to impeach Trump again. Intuitively speaking, not until we are past this critical moment, the next 3 to 4 weeks, I don't feel the White House and Trump and his family are in the clear. And also people around him as well, because that black sheet represents basically death. But I'm not saying that's going to happen to Trump. I don't know who it's going to happen to, or somebody's going to get, or a rebirth, somebody who went through this experience and they decide to say, something, we are wrong, and does something. So, but when the person who reminded me of saying this, and I basically meditated a few seconds about it, that's how I feel. And something else, right before I came on, I know some of you once caught me by surprise, really. When I sit here, if I am not moving around getting ready before this thing starts, I will meditate for about a minute or so, and then I'll get up and do something. And while I was doing that, I saw a fog being lifted from the top of the White House. To me, it means Trump's lies, everything that he's been saying, more people, I don't know if he's going to be called out on. Well, he's being called out on it already, but his base will continue to erode. And I've said that a long time ago. I did not know why that was going to happen, but his base of support will continue to erode, because it's like the emperor has no clothes, the veil has been lifted, everyone is looking, there's nobody there, there's no there. So all the things that he's saying, trying to make things sound good, and from what I understand, today they are talking about lifting the stay-at-home situation. I don't feel he's going to succeed, because we have a pretty good dose of reality. Him and the Republican Party, that's what they are thinking of doing. I feel it's going to blow back. I feel this thing is going to, intuitively speaking, I feel if Republicans and Trump start to push to lift this thing, Fauci is not going to be happy. He's going to do his job to the public, and a lot of other people in the medical field will come out, and I don't think the Republicans will succeed. Intuitively, that's my prediction. Trump and the greedy Republicans will lose this fight. They have already created enough chaos with losing so much time, weeks, because Trump refused to do something, because he of his fear of losing in November. He has no. At this point, if I were him, if I were Trump, I would try to see if I can create some goodwill, because I don't feel he has very much except for those, from his base. Trump and the Republicans are in a lose-lose situation. And a lot of them, senators, will lose their seats over this. I know Rand Paul, I read it yesterday, tested positive for this. I don't feel he's going to be the only one, unfortunately. I'm sorry, people. I don't like to make those predictions. But this guy did something that's unconscionable. He went and got tested, and then he kept on doing everything that he was doing before, having lunch with the others. But you know something? Let's hope that will teach them a lesson. No, because basically, they didn't care about us, the public. They knew about this. Some of them went and tried to benefit from it. They knew it was going to be tough, so they went and the stock market was going to get hit, so they got out and bought stocks in companies where they can make money. But us, we were left in the dark, and that's why we are where we are. And totally, that's what I feel. And that is why a group of physicians and other people like Fauci, if Trump and the Republican Party start pushing to lift the stay at home, if you will, that has been imposed, or everyone has been asked to do that, to let this thing, to choke basically this thing, they're going to suffer some blowback and they will be called out. That's my prediction. And somebody asked me a question. I want to make sure I had a number of questions asked. Somebody asked me what's going to happen with people who are in prison. I feel sorry for some. Some of them I heard they're going to be released. I am just hoping it won't be as bad. But we're going to have cases in prisons as well. I'm sorry, but this is one population that's really at risk because of the proximity they are to each other. It's not good. Also, somebody asked me about the banks. Are they going to survive this? I feel like saying yes. Like I said last week, I don't know how this is going to happen, but it may have started already. Oh, well, yes. I mentioned last week that there is going to be a described that I show that kind of U shape, okay, and there is a separation. There is where we are, and then there is where we want to get. There is some kind of an opening, and we're not going to fall in that opening, okay? We're going to jump, all of us, from one side to the next. It's not going to be, I don't feel, a situation where, like people are doing with hand sanitizers, buying everything they can, or paper towel and stuff like that. And I don't think the government is going to will allow that to happen, have a run on the banks, from what I understand. I am not seeing that. Yes, we have not reached critical point yet in this thing. It's coming in the next week or two. What they are saying in the news resonates with me. Because this thing takes about 2.5 days, I believe, to 14 days in order for you to know. So I feel like saying, and to whatever, I don't see anything going on with the banks. And we will all move from one side to the next, from the danger side to the safe side. Let's put it that way. Yes, we're going to have little, every once in a while we will hear of an area, they find a few cases, but it's not, we will get past this critical period. That's what I feel like saying. And no, I don't see any banks failing. So let's hang in there. Okay. Yes, somebody asked me a very important question, and I've thought about it a number of times. Unfortunately, it has never been, the picture of the Secret Service was never shown to me. But somebody asked me, you can start wondering even about the Secret Service becoming wary of Trump. Absolutely. I felt that before, because when I talked with the Secret Service, they feel like he's putting their lives in danger, basically, and his family as well, because they don't care. They only care about themselves. And also something else Dr. Fauci said, I was wondering the same thing, but Trump doesn't think about anyone else. It's only himself. Why does he have to have a daily briefing the way they do it? All these people behind him, okay, and then all of a sudden, well, Pence started doing it. He put Pence in charge, and all of a sudden, he he basically moved Trump aside and take the lead because Pence was getting too much credit. That's what basically is. And now he's trying to do the same thing with Dr. Fauci. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to. If he fires Dr. Fauci or Dr. Fauci quits, it's going to be equally bad for him. That's one person. Yes, he's going to suffer considerable setback, but the Secret Service is very, very worried to answer that person's question. Okay, and yeah, my prediction is Trump is going to suffer some major setbacks in the coming weeks. And I've said that a long time ago. Like I said earlier, I did not know how, but his base will erode severely. But I didn't know months ago when I said that. I did not know why. And even Republicans as well. Like that guy who tested positive over the weekend, and we have a few others. I feel like saying some will get really ticked. Right now they're trying to be, let's hang in there. They call each other and they call Trump. Say Trump, you got to keep moving. We want to give tax breaks to our 1%ers, and we need judges. We need to control women's reproductive rights and all of that. Yeah. All these things will come to an end in November for sure. But, I predicted that Trump will become ineffective. I feel that started already. And Cuomo did not help in making him look like a fool. The coming weeks are going to be worse for Trump. As far as, and something else. Every time he goes on TV, he's not helping himself. He looks more arrogant, as if he's doing us a favor. He can barely read what's written on the piece of paper that's in front of him. So it's not going to look good for Trump. And yes, Republicans and people on his base, he's going to lose a tremendous amount of them, a lot of them. Okay. Somebody asked me, is Trump deliberately stalling so that people could die? At first, he didn't think, okay, that's a very good question. Intuitively speaking, I feel at first Trump didn't care if we lose. He was going to, as he was doing, he was comparing this to the flu. Since we lose so many thousands of people because they had the flu, he was going to try to do that with this and try to suppress the numbers so that it wouldn't affect the economy and the stock market, because that's all he has to run on. Okay, in that case, yeah, intuitively that's what I feel he was doing. I've not heard anybody say that on TV, but intuitively that's what it feels like he was doing until people started sounding the alarm bell and he could no longer ignore it. So that's why he's doing all these things right now. And then I just thought about this. It was just brought to my attention. That's why only 1 week into the lockdown, him and the Republican Party are already talking about lifting it. Whereas other countries are saying we have to do more to keep people inside for them not to catch this thing. That's, to me, proves that I'm correct. They don't care. All they want for Trump to be president again, and for them, the Republicans, that is, to stay in the seats and remain in power. I feel they're gonna lose. And also, as I am saying this, there was that's being shown to me as well. There's a poll, 37% support Trump. The rest, they will either support Biden or Sanders. So either one who wins the nomination, Trump cannot. This is an unsurmountable number. So don't let the polls fake you out. So hang in there. Okay. Let me answer some questions. Oh, today's Monday, everyone. So later today, I almost forgot about that. I will answer personal questions. At 12 o'clock, it's for the usual politics, my intuitive impressions of what's going on in politics. So later is I will answer both personal questions or whatever questions you guys have. Okay, let's see. Margaret Talker is saying people keep saying Trump will suffer, but he's still destroying our country. It seems he's getting away with everything. When will we be saved from these nuts? Like I have said before, as I just read, as I was reading your question, I said something before that it was shown to me again. You can wake up one day and Trump leaves. Because, you see him standing at the podium and talking and doing all these things. It's a front. Behind the scenes, Trump is not feeling very good about himself. He doesn't like the position that he's in. Yes, the Republican Party, McConnell and his wife and these people are, talking to him and keeping him motivated. And I said that also before, and it's coming back to me. It's going to reach a point that, that's not going to have much of an effect. And that's when I feel, and, there are a number of variables that, I'm feeling that are going to come within the next month or so. Things that are going to happen. There's going to be a critical period. Let me put it this way. I am going to stick by my prediction. There's a strong possibility you will wake up one day and we are free of this monster. So I'm going to leave it there. Okay? Margaret? All right. Scrolling up for more questions. Cappy's mom says, Marietta, Malago, he's a had son for the virus. 18 people from the Brazilian visit tested positive. I don't know how many tested positive, but I've heard Mar-a-Lago is a hot site. Absolutely. Yes, Guida says, my daughter told me Trump is arguing with the Illinois governor on Twitter. Yes, I believe I saw it one of his tweets. Yeah, they've had, something going. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Diane is saying, pray for those incarcerated children and families in Trump cages too. Oh, I don't feel those people are ever forgotten, Diane. I don't think so. Stephanie's saying, Moscow Mitch, he's projecting all his holdups on the Democrats. Of course, that's what that's what the Republican Party do. That's why they love Trump so much. They're all con men. They project. Okay, they lie, but they're saying other people they are the liars. But I feel McConnell and his team are going to lose this fight because they are not very popular. And McConnell, I feel McGrath is doing such an amazing job at chipping away at his, whatever shield he had in Kentucky. She's doing an amazing job. He may lose his job too. I would be surprised if he comes back. Because if she continues to do what she's doing, McConnell is a goner. Okay, let's see. Looking for more questions? Okay. Sammy is saying, will the medical professionals get the PPE and medical equipment they need quick enough from the big corporations in America? Sammy, I feel like saying it's going to take time, but right now there is a major awakening, if you will, that's taking place. And people are realizing, everyone is chipping in, and as far as making masks and everything else, whatever they can do. But yes, unfortunately, it's like the news media. It's not my prediction or my intuitive impression. Whatever the media is putting out is correct. That's what I feel like saying intuitively. It's going to take a little time. It's getting better, but it's going to take time. Unfortunately, some of them will get sick, and believe me, that's one thing among people dying, other than people dying, that really irks me, and I don't understand. Like Cornyn, Schumer tweeted something about Republicans are putting their friends ahead of regular folks. And Cornyn, he's so arrogant, he tweeted something like blah, 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 blah. He got some major blowback for that. But the arrogance of these people, okay, instead of taking these things seriously and think about people on the front lines that are putting their lives at risk every day, all he could do, or the best he could do, is ridicule or try to ridicule Schumer. These people are sick. And I think that guy too, there's a woman who's running against him. He'll be gone. My prediction. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me go back down. I'm looking for questions. Oh my God. Let's see. All right, friends. I don't see too many questions. Ronnie is saying habeas corpus suspended. I don't remember what that means. I'm sorry. But if you mean when it comes to our rights, from what I understand, Barr sent a request to Congress asking them if he could go to the Supreme Court and revoke certain rights. Let me tell you, intuitively speaking, and I don't think you need to be psychic, Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats would never give Barr such power. He has burned his bridges, okay? He can dream, I like dreaming, but I hope some of you remember that song. So, no. I don't know if... can somebody please tell me what that means? I don't remember. I remember the name, but I can't recall what it means. I know it has to do something with either our rights or something. Can somebody please post what habeas corpus means? JJ Funky is asking, is the cabinet closer to doing American Amendment 25th? That stuff has been going on behind the scene for a while. I don't feel they are any closer, but don't be surprised if it happens, okay? That's part of this whole dynamic that's going on behind the scenes. Florida is asking, do you think that all this stuff happening will push to get companies that are green to start up and save the planet? Florida, that movement, a lot of companies I feel are working on it, but it's going to be the next president. As long as Trump and the Republican Party are in charge, don't hope for much change. So the government has, it feels like to me, has to intuitively has to create incentive for a lot of companies to jump on board. But some of them are doing the right thing. Even car companies. Oh my God. Linda Bennett says our Senator Amy Klobuchar's husband is hospitalized with virus. She is in Washington trying to get, oh my God, for people, not the corporate. Will her husband be okay? Let's hope and pray, Linda. Oh my God. Yikes. Yeah, Dixon lady, DOJ wants more power. They're not going to get it. Pammy saying protect your Asian friends. The bigot is putting a target on them. Yes, that is true. And I feel a lot of people are doing just that. That's why I'm saying, guys, like I said before, let Trump be Trump. Look at where he's getting him. Not very far. And, of course, he was in charge. He didn't think this was going to get any worse. Okay? Guys, I know one of you earlier questioned whether Trump and his family, I have to add his family because it's not only him, will pay for this. Let me tell you, yes, they will. Okay? And when I said, I agree, let Trump be Trump, unfortunately, we are losing our fellow citizens who are succumbing to this illness. But it's shining a major light and showing how incompetent Trump is and how blowhard he is. So they will pay. And it's not only Trump, the Republicans as well. Okay. Sharon, that's an interesting question. Sharon is asking, what do you see for Cuomo's future? President? I feel Cuomo will run for president at some point. Yes. Because, it's not because of what he did this week, but what he did this week, the way he handled this situation in New York has raised his profile tremendously. So, but he always had presidential aspirations, of course. Somebody who's a governor, okay? To become a governor of a state, it takes a lot. It's a lot of effort. And, not just anybody can get there. Putin can, didn't stick his finger to help Cuomo, so it takes a lot. Yeah, well, his name helped because his father was loved by New Yorkers. But the guy is very smart, obviously. He's competent. Look at what he's doing. So, yes, presidential aspiration, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins one day. Okay, friends. Let me go down and look for one more question, and then I'll say goodbye. Let's see. Oh my God, Dixon lady, I'm not going to repeat this. It's so depressing. Oh, okay. Thank you. Nopilo is saying habeas corpus, everyone has right to court trial before jailing. I couldn't remember. Well, I didn't, I hear those terms so rarely, they don't stick. So now I remember habeas corpus means the right to have a trial before you go to jail. I don't feel they're going to revoke that. That's not going to go anywhere. So I answered that right before when I said Barr he will not get his way, asking Congress to allow him to whatever he was asking. It's not going to happen. Nancy Pelosi is not going to do that. You know what they want? Trump is looking for a way, and all Republicans, like I said a little earlier, they're looking for an angle to make this play or to turn whatever is going on right now, however bad this is, to turn it or make it so that they can use it and run on it. I think they're wrong. My prediction is they're going to lose. But hey, They're going to try. Okay, everyone. Thank you for spending some time with me. And if you are in the audience, you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. I know YouTube is not consistent when it comes to notifying you when I am online or when I post a video, but tap it anyway. And also, I'm trying to get YouTube's attention about some of the issues that I've been having. And somebody suggested something that's very interesting. If you guys, those who have problems, all of you, if you want, you can bookmark my channel, okay? So that whenever, I'm here every day at 12, just go to my channel and join us, okay? Because once you get there, there will be that red thing that says I am streaming. Click on it. It should take you to the chat. Okay? I believe that's how it works. I haven't done it in a little while, but if you bookmark the channel, you can see. Yeah, you can. You tap, you click on it, and it's going to take you here. Okay. Thank you, everyone, again. I will see you later at 8 o'clock. Today's Monday. And on Saturdays, it's at 6 o'clock because I know some of you complained, you missed it. I'm sorry. So I will see you later this evening. Till then, bye.